well and what we need to do in order to improve it. Alhamdulillah, we're starting again, and I would like to welcome you once again to this week's briefing. As has been mentioned, we have the Commissioner of Budget and Economic Development. He's a PhD too. He's going to do justice to the topic. So you're welcome once again. Thank you.
And I serve as Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning. The Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, as the name implies, oversees the budget and economic planning in the state. The ministry is responsible for advising the government on socio-economic development and other related matters. It serves as the State Central Planning Office, as well as being the repository of state statistics. Its statutory responsibilities include, but are not limited to, preparation of state development plans, preparation of the state annual revenue and expenditure estimates, what you call the budget, monitoring the implementation and development of development plans, development programs, monitoring the annual budget, preparation of periodic progress reports, coordination of technical assistance from donor countries and agencies, planning and conducting statistical investigations, including the conduct and administration of surveys, coordinating statistical activities in the states, and liaising with the National Bureau of Statistics and other statistical agencies. The ministry also contacts and has exchanges with the Federal Ministry of Finance, the National Planning Commission, and their agencies. Manpower planning, as well as the coordination of social investment activities, are all part of our core mandates. Since the inception of the Korongolu-led administration, several laudable achievements have been made regarding the activities of the Kebbi State Ministry for Budget and Economic Planning. Chief amongst them, in chronological order, was the coordination of a supplementary budget. The ministry prepared a 2023 supplementary budget to ensure that provisions were made for newly created ministries for their takeoff and operations in line with the policy thrust of the new Korongolu-led administration. No sooner than that was completed, the ministry embarked upon the preparation of a medium-term expenditure framework comprising an economic fiscal update, fiscal strategy paper, and a budget policy statement for the duration 2024 to 2026. These documents were the basis upon which the ministry prepared the 2024 budget, tagged the budget of people empowerment and infrastructural development. The budget, you will recall, ladies and gentlemen of the press, was passed by the House of Assembly and was given gubernatorial assent by the Executive Governor, Dr. Nasir Idris, on the 13th of December 2023. It's worthy of mention that the budget remains the second most important document, only after the Constitution of the Federal Republic. During this exercise, it is worthy of note that Kebbi was one of the two states to finish the preparation of the 2024 budget on time, very early, and had been properly coded based on the National Charter of Accounts. And this budget has been published on the state website, fulfilling the Korongolu administration's commitment to open and inclusive governance. In the same vein, the ministry has consistently, on a quarterly basis, produced and published the quarterly budget performance report, the citizen budget, and all these are posted on the state website. The most recent quarterly budget performance was for the quarter ending 31st March 2024, and that has been published. As stated earlier, part of the ministry's mandates involves the coordination of the activities of development partners to avoid duplication, distribute interventions equitably, and ensure effective support for government programs. Considering this, the ministry serves as the entry point for the partners coming to the state. Through this medium, partners including, but not limited to, the USAID are coming to the state with different programs. Notable amongst these have been the promoting rice fortification, where rice is fortified with vitamin A and other minerals to ensure that malnutrition is reduced in the state, just as the NSANS program also is one to support safe and nutritious diets, all produced under the GAIN initiative. The ministry has also efficiently coordinated the activities of the State Committee on Food and Nutrition with a view to improving the nutritional status of children in the state. Through this effort, the committee was able to come up with a state food and nutrition policy and a harmonized nutrition plan, which will be reviewed periodically to ensure that it is fit for purpose. Also, as part of the ministry, activities, we also coordinate certain World Bank supported programs, multiple amounts, which is the COVID Action Recovery Economic Stimulus, which we have now tagged our kids. This is carried out under 4 major platforms. The ministry was instrumental in getting the state in excess of 6 billion naira as results from the program for results. This money was further released to continue the program implementation, during which beneficiaries were given access to livelihood support, food security interventions, grants for poor and vulnerable households, as well as grants for small and medium enterprises. In terms of figures, 1,950 beneficiaries benefited from the state social transfer, comprising 1,077 males and 873 females. In excess of 27,000 beneficiary farmers received agricultural assets, inputs, and fisheries support. Numerous beneficiaries also received support from the Livelihood Support Program of the CSDA, just as 613 firms received operational grants, of which 453 were male-led and 160 were female-led. In terms of infrastructural development under the KS program, 23 feeder roads were constructed with a total length of 79.2 kilometers, just as 29 wet markets were also constructed in this last round of the KS program. Micro projects comprising 29 community clinics and 24 water and sanitation projects were all undertaken under the program. For our CARES program, also rehabilitated 45 education projects and intervened in over 40 flood and erosion control projects. In total, in excess of 153,000 beneficiaries are benefiting from this program support. It will be a disservice for me to finish here without mentioning that Kebbi was among the top performing states in the latest round of results after the verification exercise of the CARES program. The ministry is also coordinating the State Action Business Enabling Reforms SAVER program for results. As a P4R, the state has already earned results which are being finalized in the first phase of the program, and we will share details in due course. The support and determination of the Borough module-led administration to ensure that Kebbi State becomes a haven for investment is second to none. Already, land reforms are underway, just as small claims courts have been established, all in fulfillment of the program requirements. Kebbi State has also met all eligibility criteria to continue to partake in the program for 2024. It is no surprise that under this administration, Kebbi is ranked 4th in the ease of doing business rankings of states in Nigeria. It is also worthy of mention that His Excellency the Orangwandu has approved the Ease of Doing Business Council in the state, chaired by his humble self, to ensure that under his administration, the state will undoubtedly better those rankings and attract much more investment. The Ministerial Budget estimates the state will be getting much more resources based on its completed activities as part of the program for results. The Kebbi State Ministerial Budget is also in the early part of design of the Human Capital for Opportunities and Empowerment called HOPE. This is a new World Bank program aimed at improving human capital in the areas of health and education. Kebbi is one of 12 states taking part in the first phase, and the ministry is working assiduously to ensure that the state benefit to be derived is maximum. The ministry also played its part in midwifing and the takeoff of the Kebbi Investment Promotion Agency. The key part is intended to serve as a one-stop shop for investors in the states. This is to reduce bureaucratic bottlenecks in the factors that deter investment. The Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning also midwifed the establishment of the Kebbi Bureau of Statistics, ever conscious of the fact that you cannot change what you cannot measure, the present administration forwarded an executive bill to the House of Assembly on the establishment of the Kebbi Bureau of Statistics. Upon passage of the bill, His Excellency Dr. Nasir Idris granted assent on the 29th day of December 2023. Currently, the process of appointing a substantive Statistician General in line with the enabling legislation is underway, with gubernatorial approval expected in the next couple of weeks. The ministry also spearheaded the increase in the running cost of ministries, departments, and agencies in the state. The extent of inflation in the economy and the devaluation of the naira necessitated a revision of the running cost in line with the approved 2024 budget. The case was made for the MDAs, and His Excellency the Government graciously approved an increase in running costs in the face of economic realities to ensure that the efficient running of government machinery continues unabated. In terms of upcoming activities, the Ministry will continue its monitoring of budget implementation and publishing of the information in line with this administration's commitment to open governance, just as its economic planning activities and donor partner coordination activities will be given pride of place. Finally, from the 3rd week of June, the Ministry, as is customary, will begin the annual activity of the medium-term expenditure framework for the period 2025 to 2027 in collaboration with the Nigeria Governors Forum. An economic and fiscal update, fiscal strategy paper, and a budget policy statement will be concluded and sent to the House of Assembly in line with enabling legislation. This again will form the basis of the 2025 budget, and it is our firm and fervent belief that with the unrelenting support that the Ministry gets from His Excellency, the Governor, the 2025 budget will be concluded and assented to before the end of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude this briefing by expressing my sincere thanks and gratitude to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Dr. Nasir Idris, for the steadfast support given to the Ministerial Budget in the course of its activities. This support is invaluable, and there is no gainsaying that the Ministerial Budget will continue to reciprocate that support by going above and beyond the call of duty when it comes to fulfilling its statutory responsibilities. Thank you very much.
Gidan talabijin nan mai farin jini, wato ƙauren Gwando TV, mai watsa labarun gaskiya a zamanance.